So Chips is a movie based on the old series Chips. I don't really know much about it other than it was a cop show and had Eric Estrada in it. That's what I know. This one's written and directed by Dax Shepard. Ultimately, Michael Pena, he's an FBI agent who goes to, I believe it's California Highway Patrol because CHP, Chip. He gets teamed up with Dax Shepard, who's this ex-BMX biker, who's a rookie, straight arrow, straight edge dude, almost to a naive degree, which is a complete conflict of his character. We'll get into that later. Point is, they're teamed up, they hate each other, they have to solve a case, they have no chemistry. Here's Chips. Alright, what worked in this movie? Alright, let's talk about Michael Pena, because Michael Pena is great. He's just a great actor, he's a great comedic actor. What I love about Michael Pena is even in movies that are not comedies, he can bring an endearing comedic quality that just makes it realistic. Like he's that funny person you know in real life. And he's great at it, he really is. I love that he tried. He really did try his best in this one. That is pretty much what I like. Basically, guys, here comes the point right here. This movie working all hinges on the chemistry of Michael Pena and Dax Shepard, and it is not here. It doesn't work. They just don't work well together. Now, if they're friends in real life and they have that chemistry in real life, awesome. But it just doesn't come through on screen at all. For most of this movie, they hate each other, which is fine if a couple of new partners in a film have growing pains, but it's kind of toxic and just not fun to watch. This movie's a comedy, it's supposed to be fun. You're not having fun watching these two hate each other. It feels like they're just putting up with each other, which makes you feel like you're putting up with them, which makes you feel like you're putting up with the movie, which you are. Part and partial to the fact that their characters are mixed up. If not best case scenario, their characters are hodgepodges of each other's characters. Like, hey, there's this character, that character. You know what? Slice them in half and we'll mix some of their attributes and qualities. And now, like, this is a Frankenstein one version of that person. That's a Frankenstein other version of that person. Like, Dax Shepard is the ex-BMX biker. He's busted a bunch of bones in his body. You would think he would be the hothead trolling for ass in the movie. And you would think Michael Pena would be the nice guy trying to save his marriage almost to a naive degree. But it's not like that. It's reversed. Dax Shepard, ex-BMX biker, is the nice rookie trying to save his marriage to a naive degree where he comes to he's like, hey honey, hey, who's that guy in the pool with you? Hey, it's fine. And Michael Pena's like, oh man, I love yoga pants, that ass, I need to fuck so many chicks. And you're like, alright. The lack of chemistry of the characters aside, also a very important thing in a comedy is to laugh. I didn't. There are a couple of chuckle moments. They're in here, a couple of them. But ultimately, a lot of the jokes didn't organically weave into the plot and script itself. One scene in particular, high-speed chase, a couple people, civilians get nailed. They're probably dead. One of the cops looks back, he's like, it's paparazzi, it's fine. I get it, paparazzi joke, but it just wasn't funny. And are we gonna address the fact that, are there any repercussions to those cops that ran over civilians? There's one joke in this movie that hinges on you knowing who this one character is that you have seen once, briefly, in a scene near the beginning. For the longest time, I was like, who was that person? I don't know who that person is. And then the movie tells you who that person is, you're like, oh, that one scene that was really brief as fuck. Other than the chemistry not working and a lot of the humor not working, the physics of the movie just don't work either. Look, I know it's a comedy. It doesn't have to be perfect physics-wise, but there are realities you just can't escape. So when a big explosion happens that wipes out this one-story building, when everyone in it is perfectly fine, I find that strange. Like imagine Terminator 2 where Miles Bennett Dyson's like, I don't know how much longer I can hold this, and it blows the entire floor up. He just walks out of it and he's like, whoa. It's a little toasty in there. Even when that happened with Tom Hanks in The Burbs, at least the movie addressed the fact that he was burned to shit and all his friends thought he was dead. This one, they just kind of blink and then they go about the next scene. Story time, when I was younger, like 20 years ago, I wrote a script that if I read it now, I'm like, ugh, but it was 20 years ago. There's a sniper taking out people and this one dude does, you know, the Batman, but he puts this like cookie sheet under his shirt and then the sniper, boom, shoots him and the sniper thinks he's dead and then boom, reveal, cookie sheet with a dent in it. Problem is, that is a sniper rifle. That bullet would cook through the cookie sheet, his chest, his back, and a few layers of wall. And I know that, and I know it's not good. But I was a kid when I wrote it. Does Dax Shepard have that excuse when he wrote this? And if he does, if he did write Chips when he was a kid, he probably should have rewritten that scene. Guys, in the end, I'm wrapping this one up. Michael Pena and Dax Shepard have no on-screen chemistry. The jokes didn't work. A lot of them fell flat. The movie made no sense. I was literally praying for it to end so I could just go home. And in the end, guys, Chips is exactly what you think it is. Chips is dog shit. Alright guys, so Chips, don't see it. So my question is, what's one of the worst comedies you've ever seen in your life? Whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.